Alright, so I'm gonna make a real short, quick video here about my introduction to MGTOW. I've been um, subscribed to it for a couple years now, but I've been actually living it all my life. So that's the first thing. Second thing is I'm gonna point out a few titles, but at the same time I'm gonna give some meaning behind them and who and what I stand for and where I may think and my thinking lies. I do hope that the men of today's time, specifically the black men, get on the same page. We need to get together on the same page. But first, before I go into that soliloquy, let me speak on what I represent. Every day, I try to wake up and figure out how to slap the B out of me, the weakness out of me, thinking, thoughts, understanding, basically. So I consider myself to be an alpha male, straight to the point gentleman that makes faults, but try to learn from those faults. Definitely I'm not perfect. Definitely I'm not the most smartest individual, but I definitely will consider myself to be a wise one. So I learn from my mistakes and try to grow from them. I am definitely an alpha, straightforward, aggressive individual. I am a male chauvinist, whatever you want to call it. I take no stance, no stands behind that in the essence of trying to back up from that. I think that is the most important thing for any individual to acknowledge and move forward, so we can cut through the chase on all this European thoughts. Us black MGTOW men, us black men, we need to separate ourselves from the European thoughts, from the European men. We need to figure out how to stick together in thoughts, not in our ways of doing things, because I don't sign on to subscribe to no one's thoughts, even my own people. But we need to be able to mirror and constantly come together and ponder these thoughts, because minds may change based on something that reveals itself into a better perception, to helping the overall perception. I make no means, no bones to backtrack in any of this. And we are superior, and damn it, we need to start acting like it. Now, let me get into something here. MGTOW, man going his own way, been doing all that. My track record says that about me. I'm not going to put a whole lot of information out there, but my track record, the ones that knows me, knows I pretty much stand my ground, and I also admit to my faults when I see them. But let me get to the other points here, and some things that I just kind of fired me up and got me on this subject and pointing these things out a little bit here. I was on YouTube, and I was reading some comments constantly, and the whole day I kept on just being on this freaking pages about, and I haven't pondered these things and been on listening to any of this stuff here in months. But for some reason I had the energy. I was trying to get away from some work and just free my mind up and just give me a good laugh in, really. And so, and it just kept on going. I started hearing about the welfare state coming to tightening the grip. Trump is tightening the grip and cutting budgets, and people are gonna be, out there on the streets. And I've seen this one lady, she living out of her truck and her car and so forth, and she's going to work and she's trying to cut and save money, but she was still delusional, talking about she gonna save some money to buy her a house. And Lord have mercy, that child silly as all get out. She wants to buy her house, and so nobody can tell her nothing, or so she can say it's in her name, and nobody can take it away from her. That's everybody's learning curve, and everybody, but at least she has somewhat of a better perspective of cutting down for whatever reason, from her living. So I'm a grant her that. Now, getting back on the subject here, and listening to a lot of the commenters, and then of course it's not majority men. Of course, a lot of women that was here and there that was speaking. They was getting, tore up a new butthole logically, rightfully so. Now the men, I want to point out some things about the weakness of the man and the deception that's going on and that's going to entrap us, black men. The more that we continue to take on the Europeans' thinking and using them as comrades and saying, okay, we all have one common denominator and so forth, which is the misuse of men and how the woman is delusional. Fellas, we don't have anybody on our side. We are lone rangers. Once you come to that conclusion, once you accept that, you will begin to grow. You do not have no one, not no black woman, not no white woman, not no white good homeboy, no one, and especially these men in cheap clothing that are weak. Obviously you can tell the gay ones, obviously, but the others that are the white collar, blue collar, working for someone and doing all this other stuff. These what we call coons. Let me identify how they're going to entrap us in our own, while we're trying to save everyone and we're trying to protect everyone, when we only need to be looking out for ourselves, because we are the only ones that are targeted. Okay? So how in the heck are we trying to save and do anything for anybody else? Yes, we have the agents in our house, dwelling in our house, the so-called devil. The devils come in deceptions, come in temptation. The devil, the good book says the devil comes with temptation, comes with trickery. So ask yourself, who does any kind of tempting and trickery on a daily basis? Who sits up here and puts on their mascara, puts on their false illusion outfits, constantly pondering ways of manipulations, temptations of tempting with the sexualities and the fondering of materialistic things? Who does this on a daily basis? They are describing the feminine. Okay? When they describe that in a good book, they're describing that we have been deceived thinking that the devil is a male. The devil is the white man. Yeah, he got a part to do with it. Of course, we already know that he's using the black woman as his agent, as his pawn, but at the same time, they're describing the God and the devil is the white man and the woman. We're nowhere in there. We are the creators. We created. We're the creators. So we are the only, in my book, we're the overlords. And they're entrapping the overlords. Everybody's out for the overlords. The only ones that really prone a threat to this false illusion. And once we wake up, that's it. It ain't no needing somebody else's help and the black woman can help us and she's our equal and all that crap. No. Not over here. You're not my equal. You're not 50-50 with me. That don't even make no damn sense. Use your common sense logic. What in the hell? 50-50? So you mean tell me, if we're walking side by side, and then we get to this narrow doorway, this dark, narrow doorway that's just pitch black on the other side, and you can't see nothing on the other side. You mean, first, how are we both going to fit through that damn narrow doorway? First question. Somebody has to go first. Then second, who will be first? Who would take the risk in understanding what is going on? Who would be the logical person? So you can answer those questions. So that doesn't even add up right. I mean, all right. So now the trick to this whole deal, when I'm looking at this and what they're trying to do with Trump and what they're doing with a lot of this clamping down. Yes, on one hand, you want to support independency. Yes, on one hand, you want to point out how one should be able to stand on their own. Yes, you can only grow from being able to pick up your own pyramid, not your own cross, but your own pyramid. Damn this box. Get outside the box. Get outside that old two-dimensional cross. Now, true enough, this pyramid, it has a base and it has a top. And you're going to find yourself at the bottom of that base. Keep on dealing with all these deceptions. Let's just leave it at that. Because they're trying to take your spot. So this is this is a fight of the minds, fight of the souls, the fight of the black man. The black woman does not have your back. She's only trying to be in front of you. She's only trying to keep her existence that we created in the physical form now for you slow people. Yes, we created all these physical forms. The man, the mankind, the woman. We created all these physical forms. Now, her energy of soul just took on that vessel. And so she has to play out the part, the vessel, the weak vessel that she's been able to been cast iron into. So if her soul was that, her life form was that weak that she couldn't take into a male's vessel, then it is what it is. Then her past history has led her to this demise. So that's your shoe that you're gonna wear, and there's no apologies over on here. If you that weak and you've been selling out your soul and giving up your soul over eons and eons of years ago to the point now that you have to carry on this vessel, then I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's you, and you would not all of a sudden try to figure out how to sit beside me. You don't know where you're nowhere near my range, okay? Nowhere near me, boo boo. But let's go back into the trickery, black man. What they're gonna do in the future, and what they're setting us up to do for the ones that are real men, the ones that have a open vision. Because I'm just peeping this after the day, and I'm just finally getting into this, and I'm like, okay, now I need to go ahead and make a quick little video about the true deception of what's going to take place in this militarized, in this FEMA camps, in this welfare, in this Trump era, and all these things that's coming into 2020, 2022, and beyond. What they're gonna do is they're taking the men, the black men, and of course we want to support independency and standing on your own feet and women and they've been setting us up for this fight, this gender war fight since the 60s, at least since the 70s and 80s, since I've been around, and of course now we have a voice that we are coming together on this online deal, so we're getting educated. Or at least we're able to communicate with each other. Now, obviously, being educated is, we already know what was going on, but being able to gather amongst ourselves and educate the others, okay, we have a better platform. What they're doing in the setup is, on one hand, we're hollering, let me point out these weak men, we're hollering independency, that we need to stand, that's a good thing. Take away the welfare state. You should be able to get out and learn how to get it on your own, get a job, get a trade, really get a trade, not no job, but get a trade, things of that nature. Granted, yes, I agree. Okay, totally agree. So, not knocking on this president of a corporation Could have been president of Bath and Body Works. Could have been president of the damn hair salon. Could have been president of the gym, American's Gym or whatever. President. He's a president of a company. This is commerce. So he's the president of the United States. There's no difference. He's the president of a damn company. So let's get that clarified first. Okay, so this is a business of the United States, just like is no difference than the business of Africa, the business of any goddamn thing. Anybody that LLC signing corporation, this is nothing but a business. This is a fear mongering commerce on a global scale, on a massive global scale that he's running, and he uses a lot of people and the black community as his employees. Shout out to my boy Self Fluid. On that note, now get back on the subject of how they are actually using. One hand, we're hollering and chanting about independence, but on the other hand, let me find out how many of you weak ass men are chanting and hollering Trump, chanting and hollering. I hope they clamp down on the inner cities. I hope they clamp down on and all the riots that's gonna happen, and lock them up and throw them in the FEMA camps. See that right there? This goes real deep, and this pulls the clothing, the sheet, the wilt back, the wool back, and shows who you really are. Because if you don't have the mindset of being able to handle your own, God damn, it's me sitting right here in the driveway. I wish somebody would. Yeah, you be able to take me out solo, yes, because I got enough common sense that one person is not gonna be able to handle it. But I'm gonna pop the first jackass that come running up on me. I don't care who you are, because I'm gonna handle mine until it's time for me to go out. And I'm not looking for no military to come and help me out. I don't care what neighborhood I'm in. If I'm straight up in the hood, okay, in the projects, and it's just going down, and it's a purge happening, I'll shoot the military for coming running up, and that's where I'm going out. I'm shooting them too for being in my neighborhood. Okay? When you handle your own and you take care and you pick up your own pyramid and you paint your picture that there should not be anybody. Why would you want to call up on anybody when it's physical harm coming to you? But you want to call them up. You don't want to call them up on the financial side. Oh, I'm independent. I can handle my financial side. But hey, man, you need to take care of these thugs over here and these hoodlums and these crazy ass women that's gonna be running around here with all these kids. I'm gonna shoot them at first sight. All of a sudden, you want to hurt somebody, or call the military, call Trump in, or call Obama in to help. Please, Clinton, please, Bush, help me with all this chaos that's going on around here. But y'all should be able to stand on your own feet and get a job. What? That is two-faced. No. You can't have one without the other. Do y'all get my point? Black men, they are setting us up. That's the weak-minded side of it. The setup is that they're coming for your black ass. Okay? All this is still to get around to you. You are out here by yourself. All of it by yourself. Figure that out, and you're going to figure all this out. You're going to see the mirage coming. That's all this is. The mirage of trickery on a larger scale, that they're still coming aiming towards you, and you know that that's what's going to be the revolution. You know that's how they're going to try to take down the revolution, because they ain't got nothing to do with the women. And we getting bitter behind what the women have sold us out and left us on an island by ourselves, and they so delusional they just want to keep their own paradigm going. I understand, but understand it's still jokers on us. Okay, we gonna have to watch our own back. No, I don't give a damn about you white people and your opinions or your thoughts. Your thoughts is whitewash is so messed up that it's fucking up everything. And this is where we at. So definitely, you should never be in power. Definitely, you are the majority because you're that weak. I don't give a damn what you think. The women, y'all are the majority because y'all that damn weak too. Even if you are a soul that is constantly coming back and back and back and back and back, you deserve what you got going on anyway because you're that damn weak. And if you, so I'm not thinking you no kudos, and all of a sudden you're not just about to be walking side by side with me, acting like because you did a few righteous things here in the past whatever years or months or time or weeks or whatever it may be, or in this lifespan, that you feel like you're my equal. We have been set up for eons and eons and eons of lives that you've been putting us into these demises. You're not about to be forgiven right now on nothing. You're not deserving to be at my damn feet. Okay, well, let's definitely not by my side. And the weak men will get what they deserve, judged by the others. By the other men, okay? Not by you women. I don't want your opinion. I am an alpha. I don't give a rat's butt about none of your thoughts. No one's thoughts. Men, you're by yourselves, and once you realize that, and you take that pyramid and walk with it, you accept that story, then you have we'll take control back of what we have created. The damn creations is basically flipping us back up and forth. There ain't nothing but two different people on the same damn coin, is what I always say. That's all they are. I don't care if they like it or not. And they really ain't nothing but for a setup. But real men do not call upon the government to help them in times of some physical need or some time. No, we join together and we cap back on their asses for even coming around our circle, which should have always been that case. We should have never let them infiltrate anything. But I ain't gonna blame it on the women. You know what I'm saying? As I'm waking up on this round, if I created everybody, these physical forms, I created these animals, I created these insects, I created the woman, I created the white man, the Asian man, the Filipino man, the Mexican man, all of you motherfuckers. I created all you motherfuckers by my voice, my thoughts, okay? My thoughts vibrated your creation, okay? That's what really took place. My thoughts vibrated your creation. And if I created you guys, you're just a creation, which is not authentic, which is nothing authentic, which is nothing of a realistic. It's artificial. Any creation is artificial. Just like this house, this car, these trucks that you see. Imagine they're nice right now. They look pretty. Lights is on, gleaming. It's just the holidays and whatnot. So, what happens with the upkeeping? What happens when someone doesn't continue to put out money and so forth and keep the electricity on, and the weather comes around and knocks off the roof, and nobody cleans the shutters and replaces the roof and do the new paint job and wipe everything down? And what happens? What happens 100 years from now? 100 years come around. Does all this stuff look shiny and glittery anymore? No, because it was created. A creation only has a beginning and an end date. Okay? Creations have a beginning and an end date. Every creation that you know of. Only these demonic motherfuckers get fixated on all these damn flashy lights and fancy little materialistic crap. That must be my cue. I'm going too long on this right here. But at the end of the day, creations are only artificial, which has a beginning and end time. And 100 years from now, nobody's going to remember any of these things that are shown on this video other than nothing. It's just going to be a memory. That's all it is a memory. Because it fades out. So we getting caught up in materialistic things. There's nothing of creation that's real. Okay? So it all has a beginning and end time. The only thing that's real is your soul, the energy that never dies. The soul. So understanding your soul is what you're really saving. So what is to be scared of? What is it to be scared of? Quit worrying. Walk on faith and not by sight. No one lives on freaking faith. Everybody is stuck on sight. And they're trying to see things and trying to be convinced. Prove to me what you're talking about. Convince me, entertain me. You fakers. I'm only speaking to the real men out here, the real gods. Everybody else, y'all need to fall in line. But I ain't playing no games with you. This is my identity. This is who I am. So this is that video. Be good. And men, join up and weave out these weak ass men, but online with all this Trump supporting crap. That man, this ain't nothing but a setup. Ain't nobody your damn friend. No one is your freaking friend. They ain't never been your freaking friend. And the women don't want to do nothing but freaking lead some crap that they know they ain't even built to be leading. Kind of have a weak soul and a weak physical body, but yet have been brainwashed to think that they are some damn 50-50. Girl, you eons and eons and eons of lifetimes behind me. You haven't proved anything, but yet you want a cookie. So you can sit beside me and think that we forget all them damn artificial them hieroglyphs in Egypt and so forth and all around the goddamn world. There ain't nothing but damn setups. There ain't nothing but setups and delusion to keep your ass in trickery, make you think you got something going on. She said at my right hand. She said it at my feet. Bitch, please. Do something. Prove something. You ain't got enough soul energy to even, you can tell in the physical form, your energy is not strong enough to even carry the body and be able to mentally do it, but at the same physically do anything. So yet, your soul is that damn weak, and you're still following your oppressors, and you still haven't learned anything, and you will perish. You will perish. Because once we take this thing back over, trust and believe, we won't forget. So you better get your ass right and learn something before this shit go down. I'm out.